Hi everyone, I'm a bit behind in my thrift hauls, so I decided to do a short little video of me fixing some things up, but then also showing you some items that I don't even plan to paint. So these will be listed on my website as soon as you see this video hit your inbox. So head on over to thepaintedphotographer.com and get any paint, IOD products, or any of these thrifted items that I will not paint. We're gonna start it out right away with this basket. This is a red wire basket. It looks really good for the 4th of July, and it was 97 cents. I cut the tag off already because I've already photographed that, but I can just see it with a couple of little plants in it. That's how I photographed it. It's super cute. It has a little bit of distress already on it, but I like it. I happen to have a red, white, and blue baseball that I painted up. So you could fill this with baseballs and just put a red, white, and blue, one red, white, and blue on there as well. So both of these items will be listed. Head on over there and check it out. This vintage enamel bowl, this was 97 cents. And it is this vintage green. I love this green. It reminds me of the new DIY color, the vintage mint from Jamie Ray Vintage. So it has a little bit of staining on the bottom here. Super cute anyway. It has a little bit of wear in the inside, but other than that, it's a fantastic vintage enamel bowl with a nice metal ring around the top here. Then I have some copper plates. What I bought these for is I have pots that sit on my patio, and I sometimes like to catch a little bit of the water that when they get rained on or when I water them, I like to catch a little bit of it so they sit in it and don't dry out quite so quickly. So when I seen these at the thrift store, that's exactly what I thought of. Cute little saucers for underneath your planters, or you can use it just as a tray on your table, whichever you prefer. They were took the price tags off. I believe they were 27 cents a piece. Nice copper trays. Speaking of trays, I have a couple silver ones here with floral embossed design on the bottom. Quite a difference in size though. These are like, you could put your ring in them, on your dresser, a couple little earrings. You could put a tiny little flower pot on, or you could put a little figurine in it. But I have 3 of them. I think I'm gonna keep one for myself, so there will be a couple listed on the website, 27 cents. And you could go ahead and wax them with some of the shipwrecked, DIY shipwreck wax, which I may do that to this one, because this one is a little bit on the tarnished side. So that might be mine. But these are not tarnished at all, and they're so pretty. I have a lot of birds. I found a lot of bird figurines. I can't resist them. Here is this bird. He is a really angry bird, and he's just all white. I really think he's pretty, and he has a couple of black eyes there. He was 97 cents, and he says 1974. 1974. I can't read it. I'll show you. That's what he says back there. But he's really cute. Another birdie. He looks like a little dove. He's painted gray with some white wax. This is how I got him. And he's like a resin. He's not ceramic, he's like a resin. So he's super cute. Got him for $1. Here's a wren. I believe this is a wren. And he is ceramic. He's got a couple little leaves down there. I love birds. I love bird figurines. 97 cents for him. This one, I think he's old. So I just stuck this little sedum in him, but he is a planter. He's like back in the day when they had those little planters for all the different times that you were in the hospital and you went and you got a plant and they put flowers in something. So that's what he looks like to me. He does have a marking on the bottom. It says Bluebird E6207. So he does have a marking down there. I believe he's super old. I don't know for sure. He won't come with a little sedum in it, but I needed something in him to display him. It's faux sedum anyway. Another bird. This one is really heavy. He's heavy ceramic, and he's on a stack of grapes. He's got a grape leaf over here. He's got a cute little face, and he was $1.97. He's got like pottery wings. Like this is all glazed, and then it's rough pottery on his tail, rough pottery on his wings. His feet are rough. His beak is a rough pottery. He's really cute. I do like him. I have another bird I'm going to show you in the video behind this of how it said the word wish right there. So I'm already started on him and making him look like he's just sitting on a rock versus a rock that says wish. So go to the end. So at the end of this, I'll actually show you a few of the things that I did to update these, but I do like his finish on there. He's got a bit of a rust look to him. I'm going to try and duplicate that on his rock. So I started with a letterpress gray on there. A honey jar. It says 1 pound pure honey, and it has a little honeycomb. It's embossed in that jar. This jar was 97 cents, and it says Honey Acres on it, but it is super cute. Nice vase for putting some flowers in it. If you're a honey farmer, you might need this vase. I have a bottle. It's a square bottle with a little anthropology cap on the top. I don't remember what I paid for him, probably somewhere in the 50 cent to $1 range. Here's another medicine bottle. There's no embossing on this one. There is a little bit of an indent right here. It's an old bottle. It has no markings on the bottom that I can see. And I'll probably keep this one for myself. I'm kind of a sucker for bottles. Here's another medicine bottle. This one does have embossing on it, and it does have an old cap, and there is something in there. I won't open it up to find out what that is. 97 cents is what I paid for this. I will probably be keeping this one as well. I like brown bottles, and I do like them when they're medicine bottles. This looks like it was just a olive oil jar, but I do like that green brownish glass, and it looks really pretty with a flower stem in it for the summer. It was 97 cents, and it'll be a good price for you. Just check out the website. Couple more bottles. See how tiny they are? Like, they're not even bigger than my finger. So this one has somewhat of an old label on it yet and a little cork. This one does not. They were both 27 cents, and I picked them up. They'll also be a really good deal for you if you're a bottle collector like me. Here is a Carnival glass vase. I happen to have some bleeding hearts in it right now, but look at that. This is a steal, I'm telling you. I'm not sure if I'm keeping this or I'm putting it on my website. I almost want to keep it because look at how pretty it is with flowers in it. That rainbow carnival glass. It was a stinking good deal. A really good deal that I got. And I just happened to see it on my way out. $2.97. And I believe I bought this during the 50% off sale. So $1.50 for this. And I think it is original Carnival glass, and it's thick. It's really thick bottom, really thick glass. It's got that rainbow look to it. It's so pretty. Yeah, I probably won't be getting rid of this. I just wanted to show you. It's really good. Here I have a blue vase. My ferns didn't do so well. Here I have a blue vase. Someone must have put their pens inside there. It does have a little marking on it. It says 531, and I can't tell what that wording is on the bottom there. It is a little pottery vase, super cute. I love that leaf pattern. I love blue and white. That has my heart. 97 cents I paid for that. Okay, not sure if I'm selling this or not. You let me know. You let me know if you would have bought this or not. Leave me a comment because I love to read your comments. Makes my day. Anyway, here is this little girl, and she's holding a water bucket, or a bucket, I shouldn't say water. And then she's got some flowers in there. And her colors are really good. She's very dirty though, very dirty. And she has a marking on her right there. So Universal Statutory Corp. Let's see what this says. Chicago, Illinois, 1975, number 821. Universal Statutory Corp. I haven't looked it up. She's dirty. This is all dirt. It can be cleaned off. I didn't mind her. I really like her. She might go in my garden. Or do you want her? Tell me. I picked these up. They were just, I don't even remember what color they were anymore, but they were, I think they were white, but they were like a dingy, not very good white with a bad paint job. So what I did is I used the new DIY cottage colors in vintage mint and gray skies. Vintage mint and gray skies is what I used. Because when you put those colors on, then you can put over your DIY paint and it won't distress back. So there's the vintage mint and the haint or the gray skies underneath coming off. And this is DIY paint. I'll show you at the end. I got 2 of these. I'll show you at the end how I distress this back to the Jamie Ray vintage colors. Bunnies. More bunnies. Mother of pearl bunnies. They're shiny. They're mother of pearly. There are 4 of them. Here's 2. They're wearing a crown of flowers around their neck. And here's 2 more. They are 47 cents each. I'll give you a good deal on them. I know it's after Easter, but these bunnies are so sweet, they don't even need to be out for Easter. They're like real farmhouse. All right, that's all I have for you. You can find any of these items on my website at thepaintedphotographer.com. Stay until the end because I will be giving you some pictures of what everything looks like, all staged up. And then also I have a few items that, oh, I forgot to show you this. Skip all that. I did find some wallpaper, textured wallpaper. That looks like that. It is textured. And it was $2.97 for this entire roll. I didn't know what I wanted to do with it, but I knew I had to have it. And let me tell you, I've had a lot of fun playing with this textured wallpaper. So I'm gonna show you a couple items. If you'll watch until the end, I'll show you a couple items that I've used this textured wallpaper on. And what I plan to do is cut it into, I'm thinking this big, 3 squares. The only trouble is that's gonna be hard to ship. But it should be fine if I fold it. I'm thinking it might be fine if I fold it. I'm gonna have to fold a piece and see how it still works for me. Because yeah, this would be hard to ship. Even if I put it into a roll, that's still that long. So the box would have to be, or the envelope would have to be really long. So I may fold it. I'll test it out first. But I've had so much fun playing with this wallpaper and doing different things with it that I'm going to sell it on my website because I know you're going to too. Here's a piece of my wallpaper and some of the projects that I've already done with it. Can you guess? Can you guess what I've already done with this? If you can't, follow along in the comments because you might need your own piece of wallpaper. Okay, that's what I have for you this week. In the end, you'll see a bunch of stage photos of everything and how pretty they are. So stay on to the end, hit the subscribe, like, and share this video out if you like it. And I'll be sure to come back into your inbox soon with some more thrift hauls. With the DIY cottage colors, you're not going to wipe anything off. It's going to stay put. So you can put the DIY clay-based paint right over top of those cottage colors and distress back with a baby wipe. So after it has all dried, I put 2 coats of the beadboard on, dried, and then I'm going ahead and distressing with a baby wipe, and it's coming right off to the cottage colors. Painted that rock under the bird with some DIY color with some salt wash in it and just put a big texture on it. I don't know where that filmage went, but it's gone. So anyway, I just painted it and covered up that word wish so you can't see it any longer. Now I'm going on with some DIY white wax and covering up the whole rock and then brushing that off. I thought I didn't want to touch the bird because I did like the patina on him, but then I didn't like it with the white wax. So I went ahead and added the DIY shipwreck wax, which is I love this wax. It gives it some good patina. So I went over the whole top of the bird and then some of the rock I went onto also, and I wiped that off. And then I went back in with some dark wax and some white wax, and I just kept giving it a bit more texture. And then I had some dust that looked like copper, and you can use the Dark and Decrepit DIY dust. This happens to be a special formula that was a mix-up, and I happened to get it in a shipment of paint. So, or you can use cinnamon. So it does kind of have the color of cinnamon, makes this look like rust. And yes, actual ground cinnamon that you use in your kitchen, you can put on when the wax is still wet. You want to make sure you put it on when the wax is tacky so it sticks right in there. And this actually looked like that bird was rusting, and I couldn't see his details very well, so I went over again with some white wax and just put it on so that I would bring out the details in this bird a little bit. He turned out really cute. Here I have a frame and I had to sand off. They use some kind of like textured paint. And so I knew that that wouldn't sand off very well. So I'm taking some plaster of Paris and not just mud-like product, and I'm putting it on the frame and I'm going to smear it all over into a thin coat. And I'm going to use the wallpaper for texture. So I'm taking the spatula and just making a thin layer, very, very thin layer of this mud plaster of Paris wood filler type product. I'm taking that textured wallpaper and I'm just laying it inside this frame. I cut it to fit perfectly, smoothing it down. And then also this IOD brayer works really good to smooth that layer down and make it adhere into that mud layer. And then I pull the wallpaper off and made a texture. Another way I've found to use this textured wallpaper is with canvas art. So you always put a fun background on behind your florals or whatever you're going to paint. And so I just went ahead and used DIY with some water and made some blending colors, kind of a thick look on the back side of that canvas. And then I took my textured wallpaper and I smoothed it out using my brayer again to make it stick. And then I also just turned my wallpaper and made that pattern go a different way. And again, put it on another time. Here are a couple examples of how I use that wallpaper on my canvas art and breadboard. If you're interested, that will be listed on my website real soon. I have to get them cut and decide what size I'm going to sell them at. And if you've made it to this point, thank you for watching. I'd like you to please subscribe. Give me any comments. Tell me what's your favorite. I love to hear from you. And again, until next time, happy painting.